Hi Gemini, welcome to your monthly reading. As always, keep in mind that this is only a general reading. Always take what feels right and with what does resonate with your own life experiences during this time. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below, where you can find the current list of reading services I offer. And if you would like to donate and support my channel, you can also do that by following the PayPal link, which is also down below. So Gemini, I'll be starting off with the Oracle message as the theme of the month, and you do have the heart. I see like for some of you during the month of May, you could be moving from a stage of heartbreak, pain, sorrow, stress, emotionally speaking, into the opposite, into healing, self-love, into finding romance, into finding peace of heart, into finding harmony within your own emotions. So for those of you that are struggling or have been struggling with difficult things, there's like a switch. I also feel like there's a switch in the narrative itself that has been unfolding related to your emotions. And also some of you are just encountering here some sort of help that it's proving itself to be very effective in the month of May, to take you to a better place. And also for others of you, you're just more connected with your heart and you could feel things much deeper than usual. So let's see how all of this ties with this message. I'll be channeling the messages for the collective of Gemini, and then we'll tie it together with the cards. So Geminis for the month of May. Yeah, I see like there has been like this tornado of emotions, but it's almost like you're sitting in the middle of this with like I don't want to say at peace, but you're in the middle of a tornado of emotions, and yet at the same time you're able to hold yourself, to be centered, to not lose control. So some of you may be learning how to better control your emotions, or how to handle triggers and situations that could be difficult. But you could be in the middle of a little bit of messy situations at this time too, and hence the need to learn how to better handle it. Yeah, I see for some of you that have been struggling to move on from a past relationship, there's indications of you being able to do this, because moving on is something that seems to be a big deal. So it could be moving on from a, unhealthy relationship, from coping mechanisms, from situations that do not serve you, that you have struggled to let go of. There's an ease for you to just follow a path that is lighter. Like there's this feeling of you just letting yourself go, and by doing this, finding much better opportunities. That it's like that coming to your life to heighten your light, the energy in you, that it's very light and very bubbly and very cheerful, and not the opposite. Because I see some of you Geminis have been dealing with people and activities and environments and things around you in your external reality that have had like the opposite effect so far. Like instead of enhancing the best traits of your energy, they have been having like a depressive energy. Like they have been pulling you down, pushing you down by the weight they carry, by the difficulty, the delay, the stress, the problematic complexity of it all. So you just want to come to the surface, it feels here, and breathe. And there's indications of in May you're starting off a process related to this, where you're able to just breathe, relax, be focused on the future, focused on what's to come, and putting a lot of positive intention and energy as well around manifesting better suited people and situations, opportunities, jobs, activities that vibrate with you and excite you and make you feel like your energy is expanding instead of, you know, being compressed. I also see like some of you Geminis could be opening up about your emotions, even in terms of therapy. So some of you could be entertaining the idea of going to therapy, or you are. And like for those of you in therapy, it could be a moment where that it's very helpful to you. The dynamic in therapy is really helping you. And even could be revealing things to you that are impactful to the decisions you're making. So even for those of you that it's not like traditional therapy, there seems to be something you could reach out to, something that could help you here to let go of all of that emotional stress and density. I see a lot of density, things pushing you down. And you're an air sign, you know, an air element. You need to be floating up. You need to be, I see like there's something here about you need to be up there, not down here. So it's a very interesting energy for my Geminis. Now, and I even see like there's something quite difficult with this cards not wanting to open up. So yeah, you could have struggled so far to open up. Maybe open up about something specific. Maybe open up about a trauma. Maybe open up about your wounds or your fears or something that happened here. You've been holding it in for so long. Some of you, it's just about that, releasing what has been kept hidden, kept shoved down in you, that was also quite affecting your availability to love, and your availability to love not only in terms of romantic relationships, but to do things with love. What else here for Geminis? Some of you could be taking a break from work. There could be like some sort of opportunity to take a break, or have like vacations, or you might ask to have like a leave here of absence. There's something, you're taking a break related to the material world, or you wish you could take a break. It could also be you feel like you need to relax, or you need to take your sweet time redefining something related to work. But there could just be something you're not expecting that allows that to take place. Yeah, there could be like a notice from the company you work. I feel like unexpectedly, like noticing you and other employers that you're going to be able to take some days off. And for those of you that are able to take days off, those show here as being significant to your rest and your healing and your comprehension of it all. Because I also feel like for some of you, you have not been able to process certain things emotionally because you don't have time to be with yourself. You don't have time to focus within. And May brings that chance. Somehow it brings you the chance to focus. Judgment. Yeah, some of you are being called to wake up to certain truths. Some of you are having like a very profound understanding, as I said, of the moment you're in, and perhaps being called to make decisions, important ones, to change something here. And in this card, I feel a lot of that energy of two energies being split, you know? So two energies being going in opposite directions. So like you could have a certain awakening related to a person or a circumstance you were holding on to that you understand now doesn't belong in your life. You could have an acceptance related to an energy you were struggling to accept, or it could just be that you're understanding how the path ahead needs to be walked differently, how you must change certain things in order to make sure that the energy ahead is just lighter and brighter and just overall better for you. You could be waking up to certain realizations of things that just you were giving so much focus that don't really add anything to your life. I do see like there's an examination about what's real and true and worth it. And I see like for some of you Geminis, there are things that don't belong. And the moment you walk away from something, you move on from something, right after it, you encounter what's right. You see, you encounter the love, the job, the thing you're looking for. The thing you're looking for. There's something about like a sweet, innocent energy of yours as well coming to the front. So maybe there's also like a reconnection with your inner child that is quite significant to allow a healing to take place. You could be exploring the depths of your trauma that you had no idea was such a big thing, you know? So it's a very deep month, which aligns with the energy of being in Taurus season affecting your 12th house, which is exactly about your unconscious and secrets, things we aren't aware of, but also it's the house of endings, letting go, but spiritual bliss, meaning. So all of this are very strong themes for you, Gemini. What else do we have here for Geminis in the month of May? I see you waiting for something. It could be like an amount of money. It's like you're waiting for something related to money or news regarded to a financial aspect here. I see like maybe some of you are waiting to see if like something could be, you know, solved or not. That's a financial tie you have here. How something is going to go, if it's going to go in your favor or not. Like there's a waiting element regarding to finances. Yeah. Ace of Pentacles, Four of Cups. I feel like many of you have been like investing so much on something, as this is the past influence you're walking away from, but that's still affecting the beginning of this energy in May. So either you, for some of you, have been investing and not seeing something pay out in any kind of situation in your life. And this is what you're waking up truth, how you have not been receiving, how something has not been reciprocal and worth it, as I said. For others of you have been working and also not finding that you have as much compensation as you should have. And so this is something that is making you question the path ahead as well professionally. Others, you're still waiting as the month unfolds for this amount of money, for this job offer, for this raise, for this business deal. There's something that is not manifesting right away for you in May. And this is more related to finances. And it's upsetting you, it's annoying you. Again, the Four of Cups is a feeling like there are things happening that were not exactly what you wanted to happen or how you wanted something to take place. There are differences from what you idealized, how you hope something, how you dreamt about something, and how that thing is showing up in your reality. There are differences. And for some of you, you could be so bothered by that you could still feel a little unsatisfied or unavailable to look at other things, to look somewhere else, to look at things differently, and also to recognize opportunities that could be like hidden in plain sight. There could be a little bit of that feeling of you are so displeased and this is taking over so much of your space that you just don't want to look at anything. You don't want to deal with anything as long as you are in that energy. So be aware of how much like focus and stubbornness you're applying into something, because I feel it can work against you, and it can work of you not recognizing better things. just because they don't look exactly how you imagine them. I see you maybe turning down offers. For those of you that are still not quite there in this energy that I was speaking about, you could be turning down offers because you keep waiting for that thing that you invested so much in. So it's a little bit of a balance act here by being open to change, and without that totally taking you from a place of inner trust that your dreams and your desires are valid. It's not about that there's something wrong with whatever it is you've been investing in, or giving you a return. It's just that I keep getting like, is it truly, like, when you see the truth of it, is it truly what you want? Because they see like the higher comprehension that some of you are getting is that it's not really what you wanted. Deep down, you just thought it could be. Like, you thought there could be a potential here. But then you start to see the gap, and you start to see the differences, and you start to see the incompatible nature, and or the problems and the burdens that something would give you. Like, truthfully. The problem here is the projection of an idea or the projection of a dream onto something that might not live up to it. It does not mean that you cannot find that thing. It's just that where you are projecting that whole might be the wrong, the wrong thing. Especially if this is related to relationships, like, people can only meet you as far as they have met themselves. So it's not about necessarily like you're not being given the compensation and the appreciation and the love. It's more that there's nothing really here that can be done on your part to make something outside of yourself wake up. So again, that's why it's so important for you to move forward, because you are awakened to the truth of what you deserve and also what you desire. So I see some need to adapt to changes and to new investments and new dreams. Maybe there's a better, bigger dream as well here that you are designing. It's like it's starting to design itself for you. Like, especially for those of you that are able to take a break from the more stressful day-to-day life and just be more with yourselves, you could be visualizing very interesting things related to this new dream or vision that is just revealing itself to you gradually over the month of May. Pay attention to that, because I feel like something is awakening in you that is so beautiful. And it also connects with that inner child of yours that I was speaking about, that is also quite active. Maybe there's something you always wanted to do that now you're being given the chance to do, or to at least try to do and experiment with it. It's very important that Geminis follow the path of least resistance in May, and also the path that just feels more fluid, more effortless. If something in May is giving you too much like struggle, hard work, like you need to persist and demand, is likely not something for you right now, because the opposite of the energy is the opposite of what the energy wants you to be in. Is effortless, easy, breezy, peaceful, light. And of course, not always we can be in this energy, but you can here. There's a choice here for you in the month of May in particular. Like, you can actually afford to choose this. I feel the majority of you Geminis can afford to be in that peace and love vibration, because that's truly what's a match to your essence. What else? Final message here for Geminis in the month of May. I feel like, yeah, there's something here about single. Maybe you're leaving a relationship that was not working. Maybe you're just now adapting to the single status. For some of you that have left a relationship recently, you're just adapting to this new single type of life. Or to the fact that you have more space to be with yourself as well can be a big theme. For some of you, you're discovering something related to the single life or the single status that can be helpful to this process. Not to say that you have to like it, you know, you have to be okay with it, but at this time, I feel like you are exploring a perspective where there's a blessing to you related to the single status. Seven of Swords. So as we go deeper and enter your season, so more towards the end of May, and the outcome of all of this is the Seven of Swords. Be aware of sabotaging your own energy, of avoiding this judgment, of avoiding the truth, of not wanting to see how something truly is, because it will have to make you face again that maybe you were giving energy and resources to something or someone that really does not deserve it. Be aware of anything that is fake and not authentic, and also of sabotaging, you know, this moment in time where there could be so much progression done, where there could be so much understanding about your true needs, about who you truly are as well, and so much transcendence of previous limitations that maybe you have been unaware of. And also be aware of motivations of people around you, especially as we go into Gemini energy, Gemini season, because I feel like as you are ascending, this low vibrational energy could be wanting to tie you down again. As I said, like, you belong here, up here, and there are influences trying to push you down and want you to stay there. So be aware of tricks, of traps you can fall in, lies, deception, treason, betrayals that could be done here in order to ensure you stay put in a place you now see you don't belong. So Gemini, I hope you have a great month. Hopefully we'll see each other soon.